So all our previous classes, what we have done is we have gone through all these things, correct? So how to do sort by, group by, all those things we have done it. So now other part is configure all we came. So we were seeing the list layout, how to configure, list calculation, list control. Those all I think we briefly practiced. Okay. Now we are in configure all. Let's go to configure all. So while we are in configure all, we discussed about business rules. And business rules, there are two types of business rules. One is from parent business rule, from parent table, and the present table which we are working. That from that table, there are two ways to connect business rule. Correct? Again, we discussed the business rules are different types. What is the different types of business rules? Let me try to open our document. Business rules we discussed before, after, asynchronous, and display, correct? You need to practice all these things. I will explain when we are doing integration with any external tool. I will explain this one. We discussed before or after. And this one also, when do we use? We do use when we want to calculate any value between the values or a heavy load which we have to run, you want to send some API. API is nothing but some information to other tool. While doing integration, we will be using this one, correct? Displays, whenever we saw the yesterday that whenever you are trying to insert record, there is a message getting displayed, correct? Those all things we discussed. Again, what is the key components which we needed for business rule? Name of the business rule and table, when to run, and conditions. And in case of if you are applying script, you need to know script and advanced view we used and written the script. Right now, the other way, what is that we are going to do this using this business rule? So we are going to insert record, we are going to update, we are going to delete, we are going to query. So yesterday we didn't discuss delete because delete will not be used most of the time. We should not be using this. Okay. But still you can go ahead and practice it. But I don't think so, which gives any value for you learning delete. But you want to delete some records? Yes, you can do. But deletion is always prohibited in ServiceNow, any record. We discussed that because it will have a history, each and every record while you are deleting. But again, there is a one more option in ServiceNow to update or delete. There is a new feature as enhanced with the last two versions back, which maybe I didn't remember. Washington is the release. From there, they have released a one new feature in ServiceNow where you can use that option. You can delete, update the records. Okay, that is called system job. Is some option is there. So we'll discuss that also. By using that, you can do it instead of using business rules. Okay, what I'm trying to say. So what is the use of auto populate, enforce the data consistency, trigger related updates, send system notification trigger for other systems. This is nothing but integration, correct? We discussed this one yesterday. Now going back today, we will discuss. We said we will not discuss client script because it is a little bit. You need to do lot of practice. Okay. So we will do on Saturday or Friday, then we will practice next day. Like SLA, what we did. First day we will discuss client script. The next day we will do practice. Client script and UI policies. These are the two things we will do on Friday. Saturday afternoon we will do practice next Saturday. Then what is next available option? So dictionary entries. What is dictionary? When you call the name itself, you are getting some idea. What is this dictionary entries? Can someone gives some answer? What is this dictionary entries means?
Dictionary entries means it feels like fields, new fields to be created.
Okay. Others? Any
I
anyone
think all
can
fields
answer?
are available in dictionary, right?
Okay. What is the other?
Means all the available fields for the incident table, and we
Okay.
can create new field also in that option. It seems.
Correct. Somewhat correct. Jilani and Anjaya both. I can say dictionary entry is nothing but whatever fields are available in incident table, those all called dictionary entries. So we saw that from the form designer, when we are doing a form designer, from there also we can go ahead and create a fields in the new fields in the incident table, correct? Now the if you want to create any other field, you can also come here and create it. You see here, what is somebody asked, can you give me the list of fields available in incident, correct? Incident table. What you do? Open this one, okay, export and give it to them. Correct? These are the field. This is the table. This is the column name. This is the type of the field. We discussed about this, correct? Reference field, integer, string.
Type means data type, it means.
Jilani, don't give twists.
Hello.
Yeah, Jilani, don't give again. Don't be back. We discussed this one last 4 days, 3 days back.
Yes.
Okay. The field types in ServiceNow, they have multiple string, reference, integer, numeric, correct? Date and time. We discussed that. When did we discuss? Let's go back. Again, I have to go back. Incident form, incident field, table, and did we discuss or not this one? String, text field, short, short description we will be using, correct? String field. And choice, drop down. Reference is from different table we are referencing. Date and time, correct? These are the different types of fields. Mainly you have to know while you are working in ServiceNow. I hope I'm given clarity, right? So these are the type of the fields. This is the column name. This is the referencing table. In case of if you select as a reference type, then which table? Problem ID is coming from problem table. Resolved by is coming from user table, correct? Reopened by is coming from user table. Caused by is coming from change table. Parent incident is coming for incident table. So like this, there are multiple referencing fields you have in ServiceNow. Referencing field, different fields. If you group by these ones, how many is each one of them? See, collection 2 is there, date and time 12 is there, due date again 2 is there, duration 2 is there, integer 17 is there, string 18 fields are there. So like this, you can go ahead and check what is the dictionary entries. Suppose you want to create a one field here from here, correct? So what you do, you click here, new. When you try to click, first thing is you need to select type of the field. What is the type you want to select? Guys, give me some answer. We have gone through different types, correct? Tell me what type you want to create as example.
Integer,
String.
string also fine.
Okay.
Reference, sir.
Okay. Integer is simple. Let's take reference. Okay. So while I'm taking a reference, column label name. Column label name, what is that label name you have to mention here? Let's take vendor. In the incident table, you have to tag vendor. As we discussed, if you create manually, correct, automatically u underscore vendor will come. U will be, it is a custom field name. Even table, while you create a new table, custom table starts with U. We discussed this one, correct? Now, maximum length, you want to give what is the length of this field? Let's give, it's a vendor name. Let's take vendor name. Okay, see, automatically column name is taking 100 length, referencing. So this should be read-only mandatory display, correct? So read-only if you mention, you cannot edit, correct? So let's put mandatory at present. So when you are referencing, you need to select from where you are referencing. Is it correct or not? So let's take company core underscore company name. From which table it has to come? This table. And we can also add city equal to, we discussed this one. Do you guys remember this? We discussed if I want to show only limited to particular city companies, I can limit by having add-on filter here, reference qualifier. This is called reference qualifier. Reference qualifier is nothing but it's a query which you are adding only display these values. What is the reference qualifier? The query which you are adding to show only limited fields or to show only required fields. Suppose I want to take company from the company core underscore company, correct? Let's go to our service now. Core underscore company dot list. This is the table. In this table, city equal to, I want to show only St. John's. Only I have to show these values, 5 values, where when I select vendor name, when I select vendor name, I should say only this 5 values. So I'm taking company as a reference field and I'm filtering only city equal to St. John's, show me, correct? Now, whenever you want to showcase, you can always define by default value here. What is the default value? You have to select any one of them here. Let's take Acer. I'm taking, this is my default value. Whenever I'm showing in the incident form, okay. So now this field, we need to add it where? In the form, correct? Let's go to incident form now. Let's take 6, anything. Let's go ahead and configure form design. Not now. Where is our vendor name? Field type. Where is that vendor? Yeah, it is already here. See, because we put a mandatory. Okay, vendor name has come here. Where is that? It is here. Why it is not taking default value? We need to check. See, this is able to give my required 5 values. correct? So this is how you are going to have the vendor name. Suppose I wanted to have this as a choice. Choice is nothing but you have a multiple choices, correct? Whether you can go ahead and select it. So I mentioned choice. So when you click choice, automatically you get default also. Default at present, we will not test it, but you got other, this one also. See here, you have to create here new choice. Choice is label value is, so label value city is, where is our cities? Okay, let's take Cisco. Value always should be small letters. Sequence also you can give, suppose 1, you can give this one. Save. Now the next value, this is all you have to practice, guys. I already explained this once. Means I have explained during the field creation, correct? So 2, insert and stay. Where is other links is label L 3, insert and stay. Now let's reload this form. By default, it has come Acer because we have given Acer is a default value. Where did we have given? In the here. Okay. Here we have given Acer and we have 3 choices. 1, 2, 3. Now which one first it has to show? Cisco has to show, correct? So here Cisco is coming out. See here blue color is coming because we are inserting, we are forcing that value. We should not be doing here by default value here. So let's remove this one and try to save it. So that we will get that. Why it is not saved? Okay. When you are creating this value, you can always put none also should come. None is nothing but first it has to show none, then it has to show, you have to give them to select, correct? If you give by default value, they will not select. If you give none, if it is mandatory, you would ask someone, it will be filled. I don't know why it is not saving this one. Okay, that's okay.
Maybe reload the form.
Okay, some issue is there, browser issue. Normally it will be like this. When none will be there, vendor name is mandatory. So you should select some of the value. So automatically the mandatory value will go. So you can save it. Correct? So I'll not take much. You have to do this practice, guys. Okay. You can use different field types and try to create some dictionary entries and try to put. Uh, Nobody will ask in interview, but in daily you would be doing these things. If you have any doubts, you can come back to me, right? And dictionary entry part. But it is not so important, like monthly twice or monthly once, 3 months once, where you will be creating a new fields. Most of the fields are already available. If you customer ask, I need to have one more, yes, you can go ahead and add it. So there is a limitation again. We all know that in database, not more than 250 fields should be there. At present, how many is there? So let me see, I don't know, 97 is there, correct? 255 or 256 as per database limitation. You can create that much only, not more than that in one table. So that is why they have given multiple table. Incident is having incident underscore SLA table, incident table, and task table, correct? These are the three tables combination incident table, always. So you can use three of them wherever you create, and you can bring that values into incident table. That's how you can work it out and do the thing. See here, they have given a default values, most of them, correct? Category inquiry is the default value. Severity default 3. Notification notify is 1. Child incidents 0. Reopen count is 0. Always they are showing by default. There is a calculation. See, calculation is nothing but caller ID. How do I have to get? There is a script written that whoever is logged in, suppose I logged in as administrator. So if I try to create a ticket, what will happen? My name has to be loaded here automatically. That's how they have configured script here, JavaScript, caller ID. Something like that they have written. You have to go through this one. You can come back with me, doubts. I will explain next class. Okay. So this is about the dictionary entries. Okay. Now, dictionary entries override. We discussed last time, while we are discussing on the business rules, we discussed on the task level something is written, on incident level something is written. Same way, this is dictionary entry override. Override is nothing but your incident table will be overridden by this values. Okay. These are coming from task table. Where is that? Base table, task table. We discussed about I am a parent at home. My father has put a rule that first I have to follow, saying that I should not go to outside the home. This will be applicable even for my son also. Correct? Task is me. Incident table is my son. Okay. So this is the rules. First it will follow, then this rules it will be followed. That means this table, this whatever entries are, dictionary entries are there in the here override. This will be far more running first, then this will be running, which is nothing but suppose state, correct? We talk about state. When you go to incident table, you have a incident state as well as task state. When we are configuring SLA, we saw that there are two states coming, correct? One is task state and one is incident state. Even if you update incident state, automatically task state will get updated. If you update task state, incident state will be automatically updated. But when you go to the table here, always which state will be there? Incident state will be there, not task state. But this, based on this, automatically task state will get update. Okay. So they both are working together. Even priority also same thing. They both are working together. So if you want to configure anything, suppose state values, correct? At state values, what is how many is there now? These many is there. If you want to add one here, you should also check in the task table whether that is available or not. Again, you see here, only this values to show they have written it. Okay, query. What is the value? 7, 8. Default, it should be 2. 2 is nothing but working progress. We all know, correct? 7 is nothing but closed or cancelled. 7 is closed, 8 is cancelled. Correct? So this is how the task and incident table will work together when you are using a, where is that? Dictionary entries override. Suppose somebody created here one more state called awaiting for something, awaiting for caller, or whatever you want, one more. Normally nobody will create here. This will be by default. Okay. But if you want to create something, yes, you can go ahead and create. But you should also add it. Where you should also add it? Here you should verify, override attributes, and you should add in the task table also. You have to go to task table and add those values, whatever you are adding in incident table, so that it is both will work as expected. Now business service is coming from task table in incident. Where is that business service? This one. This one is coming from task table. This one also coming from task table. These all are the values. You see here 9 values. CMDB underscore CI, which is that, this one. So again, I have installed ServiceNow utility browser. What is that? ServiceNow utils. Okay. So this is the plugin. ServiceNow utils is a plugin extension which is available in the Google Chrome. While you install this one, what will happen when you double click on the form level, it will show backend values. Otherwise, it will not show these backend values. These are the backend values of, this is the name, label, this is the value, or a backend value. We all know that the database label name and the backend value, the column name, I can say. So most of them same will be there, but few of them there will be a difference. When you double click on the form level, it will show when you install this SM utilities. So you can use it. This one you have to install in your laptop so that you would be getting what is the backend value of that particular field. So why do we came here? So to know CMDB underscore CI, this is the here, correct? So these are the fields which are populating from task table. I hope you understood, correct? This is the parent table, this is the child table, both combination which is displaying here. Okay, this is about dictionary entries override. I will just remember me, I will explain next class what is this one, override attribute. I will explain, not now, I think after 10 classes, somewhere we will explain. You remember me? If I forgot, I will explain, because if I explain now, you would be having a difficulty to understand. Let you guys get familiar, then we will discuss what is this override, how it is going to help us, which is nothing but, I'll give you example. You are controlling what to load, okay? You are controlling on the task level, not incident level. What all are the groups to show? You have some reference qualifier. Reference qualifier, we discuss what query, correct? Which values to display. So here also, I am writing a reference qualifier. Okay, this reference qualifier is nothing but true picker false means if it is a false, don't show, something like that, it is giving. How do we write this one? I will explain while we are working advanced level. Okay, just remember me after 10 classes. Maybe while we complete request module, we can discuss this more.
Hi, sorry to interrupt. This one, for example, status, we have some 4 or 5 status in the incident table. We have same status in the task table. For example, is there any requirement, any use cases like we need a different status for task, different status for incident?
It will not come because you have to create both places whenever you are creating. Otherwise, when you are generating a report, you would be having an issue and it will not sync also the data. You have to
Like
have a
task table,
same.
we have incident module and we are working on the incidents. Like that, for the task table, we have any backend module and working on that on those tickets
I
also.
told you task table is connected with the multiple tables. in the first class, which all are tables it is connected. It is connected to change table, it is connected to problem table, it is connected to incident table, it is connected to problem table. Correct?
Correct.
So all the tables you would, whenever you are going configure from problem, change, incident, you would find dictionary entries override from the task table. Okay.
Okay, for task table, is there any module?
No module. This is the base table.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See now, why do this is written reference qualifier here? I will explain. Maybe you will understand. This is only to show incident states, not problem states, not change states, not request states. It will only show by using this query, it will only show incident states. In other tools, this is called status. Which one? This field called status. But in ServiceNow, this is field called state. Okay. So don't get confused here. I will explain more what is this reference qualifier. Okay.
Okay, no,
Get
thanks.
into here. Okay. So why do we use override all those things? I will explain when we are discussing in advanced topics or change module. We will discuss while discussing change module. This one. Okay. We discussed about dictionary entries. We discussed about dictionary entries override. Then we have another important topic, notifications. Correct. Today we will discuss about notifications. So notifications, what is notifications, guys? Tell me what is notifications normally,
Pop-up
except Sanjay.
message.
Except Sanjay, I want to answer anyway.
It is a message, pop-up message.
Okay. What is others? Can anyone help me to answer? What is notification? It is on my screen, guys. A notification is alert sent to that record is met the certain conditions. Can be sent through email, SMS, or in app messages, correct? So suppose we are all discussed yesterday or day before yesterday, we are going to breach SLA, we are going to meet the SLA, 50% breach, 75% breach, correct? We discussed that. Suppose customer asks me, Mr. Gangadhar, can you help me to configure? Let me open, yeah. Customer asked me to first ticket created. I want to have a notification through email. Correct? Why people are joining back? Ticket creation, ticket assigned, ticket on hold, ticket resolved, ticket closed. I wanted to have a notification. Why do you want to have a notification? Once you create a ticket, you don't know, you will not bother about what is going to happen, correct? In that case, you should need to understand through email that my ticket is created and number, correct? Then once ticket is assigned, you should need to understand ticket is assigned to some XYZ, correct? XYZ guy. Then the engineer assigned to engineer is working on it. He needs some info. He will keep ticket on hold and waiting for caller and asking, need your ID to fix or check the issue. Right? Whenever he is mentioning that, we discussed that. Right? Let's go. If I'm keeping on hold, caller, I need to write, please provide your ID. So now I need to trigger an email. Otherwise, you will not be keep on coming and checking the portal. Portal is nothing but and the end user portal, correct? You will not be checking. Where you will check? If I created a ticket, I will check. I will check here my ticket status always, or I will check through email any notifications coming, correct? These all are the my tickets which are created. Every day I don't want to come here and check, correct? Whether my ticket is on hold, what is the reason. Now, whenever you are changing the status of waiting for caller and on hold, I am writing, please provide your ID. So I need to send an email to that particular guy, whom this guy. I need to send an email so that he will reply saying that this is my ID. Correct? For these all notifications we required. Even ticket is assigned to, suppose my manager is assigned to me. I wanted to understand why, how many tickets are assigned. Always, we all know that we are attention to mails, not to tool most of the times. Hence, we need to have notifications are very important. And you sent an email or you created a ticket, you want to know what is ticket number through email, correct? So you need to have that notification to your email. I will show you how this is going to work today in my production system. We will see all this life cycle. Okay. Now, the other one, my ticket is resolved, saying that what? He is saying Outlook is not working. Issue was Outlook is not working. Correct. Now, what did I done? I resolved saying that your problem of Outlook resolved. When I resolve it, the person, he should know that my issue resolved. Right? So I should send a notification here. Then after 3 days, 4 days, we know that automatically ticket will close based on the properties which we configured and the result to closed, which was 7 days by default. If your company is asking 3 days to reduce, you can reduce, and after 3 days, your ticket will be closed. That time also we need to send a notification. Okay? These many notifications we have to trigger it. So that is why notifications are very important. Now on top of it, we will have survey. Do you guys remember? We discussed this one. And the day one or maybe day two, how I'm providing service to you. After ticket closing, I should send an email. Please confirm me what is your rating on my solution. Correct? So I need to send these many notifications. Now, can you guys guess me? Yesterday we discussed one of the important topic. I told you there also we need to send the notification. Where did that?
Yes, celebrity.
Sadiq, Arti, Chandana, anyone? Vinay. Yesterday or day before yesterday we discussed SLA topic, correct? We discussed we need to send a notifications. Guys, can you please put your minds here? So my SLA is 2 hours is response, 8 hours is resolution. Correct?
Yeah. At
I need
50%.
to, and let other people also answer. I know
Sure.
you are very
Sorry.
familiar.
Sure. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. My SLA is 2 hours response. My 8 hours is response, correct? Now, customer asked me, can you configure for me 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% as a warning messages. Now you tell me, when did I have to configure this notifications out of 2 hours? Guys,
30 minutes
okay.
or 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours.
Okay. Guys, you guys are getting Arti, Jilani, I think is
Yes.
working, so he's getting it. So
Yes, sir.
customer asked me to configure a warning alert, correct? So when
Yes, yes.
30 minutes is there, time is done, okay? So suppose ticket
I
is,
think threshold is reached, then notification will be fixed, right?
one moment, Jilani. Yeah, understood. So 11 o'clock, the ticket is created. 11:30, he want 25% breach, correct? For this one, 30 minutes means. Then this is at 12 o'clock. This is at 12:30. This is at 1 o'clock. This is how the SLA warnings I have to configure. For this also, I need a notifications, correct? Now we have here notifications, we have here notifications. Here also for response, this is response. Resolution. So now you need to configure 4 here, 4 here, correct? This is 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 6. How many is total? 14. 14 notifications you have to configure for what? In incident table. Again, guys, now I am giving one more guess. Now I discussed about this is only one part. There are other 2 parts also there on these notifications. Now I am open Anjay and Jilani also. Can you guys guess me what is the other notifications which we have to configure? Anjaya, Jilani,
అంటే
Can you repeat the question, Anna? Okay.
the question is we configured here 6 notifications. Here we configured 4. Here we configured 4. Resolution 4, response 4. Right? 4 plus 4, 8 plus 6 we configured. 14 SLAs configured in incident table. Still few more SLAs are there. Tell me what is that? So this is my P1 SLA, guys. Correct? What about P2? What about P3? In case if you have P4, correct? Always you cannot send this notifications itself for a users, correct? So this will be based on again criteria, correct? So the criteria is here we are discussing conditions, certain conditions. The conditions we are mentioning, if the ticket is 30% breach, sorry, 25% breach, and if it is a P1 ticket, whom should be notified? Mr. Gangadhar and Jilani should be notified. Now 50% Gangadhar manager and Jilani manager. Correct? So now on top of it, Jilani manager, correct? This is maybe program director. This is maybe senior manager. So each level, it will be next level people will get a notification. If you are not acting to this ticket, your manager will call, what is happening? Why you are not taking this ticket? Why you are not responding? Why you are not resolving? Right? In case of 75% is breached, senior manager will call, why you guys are not working on this ticket? What has happened? Because we need to pay penalty for the customer. Correct? Then 100% breach, your PD will come. Anyway, it's breached, you have to pay the penalty to a customer. Again, we discussed out of 1000 tickets, if you are accepting that 99%, I will be supporting. So one ticket can be breached. That means 10 tickets can be breached. Out of 1000 tickets, 10 tickets can be breached. 990 you have to fix in time. Otherwise, you will get a penalty. Now, in this case, again coming back to our topic, how many notifications we have to configure here? 6 here plus 4 plus 4, 8. And
14.
here also 4 plus 4, 8. Correct? Here also 4 plus 4, 8. If it is only P3, how many notifications? This is total 12 plus 12, 24, 24 plus 6, 28. In incident table itself, 28 notifications which we have to configure. There are 24 only here. Okay, but they miss something. So, and each time you would be doing that. Again, guys, one more thing we missed. When the ticket is assigned to group also, ticket is assigned to group, we need to configure a notification. This is assigned to the person, this is assigned to group. First, this will come, an order. Group will be first assigned, then assigned to, correct? First group, then assigned to. Okay. So this is how our notifications will be configured. First of all, you need to understand when do the notifications will be configured. Correct? These all scenarios, we need to configure a notification. Now let's take one by one example. Correct? Ticket created. So let's take example here. Click a new. So it will be automatically opened here. Ticket opened. So when to send? When record is inserted. Correct? Again, if you want only particular group, our group is open space, sorry. When to send? Sorry, who will receive this message, email? Either user. You can select the user or you can select the group. Groups you can select here, suppose, and lock it. I want to add my name also. My name is administrator, correct? System administrator. I will lock it. So now who will get notified? This person, this whoever is part of this group, and other than that, this system administrator also will get. You have here user group in incident, users and groups in the fields. Suppose caller also you want to send notification. So you can select caller and lock it. So now who all will get a notification? Whenever ticket is creating, inserted. We should have inserted. Updated means whenever you are on hold, pending, keeping on hold, that time you have to use update. So now record is inserted or updated, then you should select insert condition, assign to group is this, okay. Then who should be notified? We will be selecting what is contains, what should go to as an email, right? What has to go to as an email. So you can mention here, suppose you need to mention incident number, correct? You can select here from here number, right? And you need to have next column is category. Let's take category, correct? Next column is caller. Next column is assignment group. Next column is short description. Why it is coming here? Okay. Next column is description. Where is the description? Okay. So this is how you can select. You can also draw out HTML. Okay. HTML is nothing but you will be doing in the table. First, you will select the table. Okay. In the table, you would select these many you want. So what is that? Number is here. Number is here. Category is here. Caller is here. This is required $sign because that only picks the value from the present ticket. It automatically picks the value from the present ticket. Description. We are done. Now let's remove this one. We don't require this one. Notifying ticket creation, whatever. So again, my subject line. Again, ticket number I have to mention, correct? How do I mention ticket number? I have to copy this one. Maybe I'll put underscore control V. I hope you guys are understanding, correct? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So when to send? When record is created, when the group is assigned to this group. We saw that this how to apply during our business rules configuration, correct? The same way, correct? Who should be receiving? You can select here. What it should contain? You should select here. Suppose I am saving this one. Now somebody asked me, Mr. Gangadhar, how do I verify whether what is the, how do it will send a notification? There is a way to send preview. So you see here. You understood? This is how you would be getting notification when you send a notification. After configuration, if you want to test, you can test here. But again, we will be doing all this configuration in development. Then we will be moving to UAT. In UAT, we will test, and production we will move. But however, in your UAT and development system, these notifications will not be enabled. So you have only one choice, preview notification. Again, one more thing is here, email templates. You will have a default email templates where you can select instead of writing these all things. That also you can go ahead and create them here. So this is again it will open the similar way where you can select the incident table, whatever table, and pick the values, put it in the table. So instead of writing here, what you do is you will select the email template. You understood, correct? What you have to do it. Either you can write here or you can write it in the template. I hope I'm clear. You understood, is it or no? T again, I have to call everyone's name.
Yeah, it's understood, Anna. Can you tell me one more use case, like if ticket is assigned to a group?
Yeah. So assign to a group when it is updating, correct?
Like
So
after creating from one group to other group, they'll create. For
here,
example, what group
yeah,
is
yeah.
available?
Coming there only. I
Yeah,
understood what is your query. When you say
yeah.
record updated, inserter updated is this is correct only. Here update, assignment group changes to open space. Earlier it was service desk. Now it went to open space. Is different from changes from means from which group? Open space means from this group somebody is trying to change. That time the notification has to be triggered. You have multiple conditions like this, correct? Is changes to this one. From changes, assignment group changes. Anytime whenever assignment group changes, I need to get notified. Somebody is changing assignment group. Suppose one of the manager ask me why you people are keep on assigning server team, network team, application team. He wanted to know whenever you are changing the assignment group. He asked me. So now I put this condition so that he will get notified. He will come back. Hey, why are you guys changing this ticket? Keep on notification groups. Is that your question?
Okay, this is okay. But when we assign a tickets to service desk team, if all the members of that group want a notification saying that this ticket is assigned to your group,
That is
is
what
there
you are
any?
configured here, correct? Here, who will be receiving, correct? So
But the group you
you are
give a
saying here, correct?
static. No, it is a static value you are selecting group name. But in the real time, there may be XYZ group. So if we don't want to configure on a static field and a dynamic field, can we configure this
What
notification?
is dynamic? I told you dynamic is changes, correct? If you are not
For
if you don't want to select to particular group, there is a dynamic. This is the one. Changes, assignment group changes.
so in this time, which group it will only open space group will members will
Dynamic
get.
again, if you are part of some group, okay, then you can select one of my group. You would get that also. But this will not be used in real time, correct? It will be used. See, normally assignment group will not come into a picture at all. Only it will come picture we discuss priority, correct? Priority P1. Whenever
That's
priority
only.
P1 created or updated, I need to know notification. Some incident manager is asking you, all P1 tickets, I need to get notified whatever they are doing, actions. One is that inserting, one is that if they are changing in progress. So when that again state changes, correct? He need to get a notification.
Yeah, that's fine, Anna. But in HPSM, I was comparing. In HPSM, if we get ticket assigned to any group, all the members get notified saying that this is ticket is assigned to you. Any group. Like in the workflow level, we'll configure, right? For the operators, group of the operators, we will configure in HPSM. Like that, is there any similar functionality here? Just
Similar
want to
functionality, I'm saying assignment group changes. Simple thing, assignment group changes.
So
Okay.
operators members, where are we selecting whom to
See,
receive?
you are not configuring this one. You are just configuring, or if you can use that assignment group dynamic. One of my group. One of my
Assignment.
group is nothing but whichever group you are part of, you will get, correct? Here you don't need to define that. So automatically you will get.
So, okay. Is a in the condition you mentioned, but who will receive? We are not mentioning anything. So all the members it will go, even though we
Correct.
not.
Whoever is a members of this, again, here also you can select that, correct? So here also, here assignment group members, we are saying this is dynamic. This is your
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah, users assignment group. Huh? Okay, okay. Yeah, that would be fine. Yes, this is clarified. Okay.
Okay, this is for opened. Now we will have to do similar way for all other things. This is the homework for you guys. I wanted to see all of you for these things, conditions. Ticket creation, assign to, assignment group, on hold, resolved, closed. I wanted to see from you. I will explain one of them. Update, correct? You remove this one. State. Changes to resolved condition. Correct? Who should be notified? The caller should be notified, correct? Caller is, where do we can select? Here, caller. Caller is who's this guy? This guy should be notified. Okay. I'm removing this. I'm locking this. I'm removing this. Very serious, guys. You have to go ahead and practice it. Otherwise, if I'm putting a lot of efforts also, you would not be able to learn. This is the easiest tool, and no other tool gives this kind of a facility, providing a personal instance where you can go ahead and test it. Things. We were struggling. I remember, you can ask Anjaya is working an HP service manager. We don't have this kind of a system to practice ourselves. ServiceNow is giving a lot of options to do practice. Okay, you should utilize that and try to practice yourself. Do you have any doubts, guys, on this? I want this to be completed. This, how do we configure? Again, we should configure events for this one. So do you saw that? Where is the event? See here, event fired. Okay, whenever suppose 50% breached, 100% breach, we have to configure events here. That 25% breach, 50% breach, 50% breached, 100%. You should be configuring event names here, so that whenever that 50% is breached, you would be getting a option here to select that option and fire the incident, fire the email notification. Correct. Again, going back to our SLA definitions. Oh, I am going back. So let me go to here. You saw that this is the notification, correct? What is this notification? If you open this notification, you would see the flow when the people should get notified. While we are discussing request management, we'll discuss this flow designer, workflow, all those things we'll discuss. At brief, I'm giving. So here we are configuring 50% you should send a notification to whom? 25% you should send notification to whom? Okay, all those things we will be configuring here in the flow designer. See here. So what is saying? First task 50% wait. Then during the 50% send a email warning event parameter this one. Okay, then 75% you send a email. Next breach. So here they define 50, 75, 100%. 3 breach notifications they have configured. Right? So this one, it is here, flow designer. By using this, the notifications defined here, whatever we configured here, the notification, suppose this notification, I can attach it to here. Send event record. Where is the email, create event record. Create event record. Yeah, it's here. Trigger, this one. If you see here, here you can configure notification. We'll discuss this one. Don't get confused at present. SLA part, don't get confused. You guys has to practice here. SLA will discuss one more day. How do we send a notification when we are doing a flow designer or workflow. I hope I have given a clarity how to manage these notifications.